Alright, today we're writing equations. Your homework will give you a sentence you're going to translate into an equation. Alright? We've been working equations so you know how to solve them. Now we're just taking them from sentences, making the equations and then solving. Some of your homework will say translate, some of your homework will say translate and solve. Alright, so make sure you pay attention. This says Zach has 6 shirts, so anytime I see a number I just write it down. Okay? This is, remember when we did this before, when we saw is what sign in math? Emery? Equal sign. Okay, so we say 6 shirts, this is, so equals 4 less than. Remember, from our notes on day 2, and I said less than, okay, we write that as minus 4. Less than, you switch the order. Okay, it's in your notes somewhere. It's minus 4. Twice the number of shirts in. So twice means times 2. We're timesing it by n. So 2n minus 4. Alright, if your homework says translate, and that's all it says, then this is your answer. Let's go ahead and solve it. First thing I do is add 4 to both sides. This is 10 equals 2n. I divide by 2. Riley, how many shirts does Xavier have? 5. Alright. Which is 4 less than twice the number of shirts. Okay. So that will give you 6. Alright. So if you plug 5 in there, what's 2 times 5, Riley?
2 times 5 is 10.
What's 10 minus 4?
6.
There we go. So Xavier has to have 5 shirts. Any questions? Write this down. It says 8 more than the quotient of a number y and negative 3 is negative 24. So I see the is. That's my equal sign is negative 24. We see 8 more than, so it can be plus 8 or 8 plus. It doesn't matter with addition. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. Don't forget that. Addition, okay, that gives you the sum. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Product is the answer to multiplication. So quotient is division. What I do is I write my division sign. I look for and. What's in front of it goes on top. What's behind it goes under it. So y divided by negative 3 plus 8 equals negative 24. There's my equation. Now I solve it. So I subtract 8 to both sides. Gives me negative 32. This is y divided by negative 3. Side times by negative 3 to both sides to get rid of it. Y is equal to 96. And if I put 96 in there for y, I would divide it by negative 3 plus 8. That would give me negative 24. That means y has to be 96. Write this down. It says Shane has 13 baseball cards. So I'm going to write my 13. It says which is, so that's going to be my equal sign. 7 more than, so I go 7 plus. I could go plus 7, doesn't matter. 3 times the number m Katie has. So the number Katie has is m. What we do is we times it by 3 and add 7. That gives us 13. So what we need to do is find out how many Katie has. First thing I do is subtract 7. That gives me 6 equals 3m. I divide by 3. Tells me m, which is the number of cards Katie has, is 2. Alright. Well, is that 7 more than 3 times the number Katie has? What's 3 times 2? 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. So that means Katie has to have 2 baseball cards. Write this down. It says Kirk's father was 29 years old when baby Kirk was born. Alright. So how old was Kirk's father when Kirk was born? 29. This year, okay, Kirk was born several years ago. It says this year the sum of their age is 53. Now we know it's a sum, so that's an addition problem. We need to find their ages. Well, we need to figure out how old is Kirk? How old is Kirk's father? Okay. Do we know how old Kirk is?
Nope.
No. So that we designate that as X. Okay? That's a variable. Now, we don't know how to do two different variables yet. We don't know how to solve for that yet. So we have to stick with one variable, right? That means we have to use X. Okay? Kirk's father is how old? As of this year, he's 29?
We don't know.
We don't know, right? But we do know, if we knew what Kirk's age is, do we know what his father's age is?
No. Yes.
Why not?
I don't know.
If Kirk was, let's say Kirk was 10, how old would his father be?
39.
If Kirk was 20, how old would his father be?
49. 40.
All you're doing is adding Kirk's age plus what?
Father's.
29, right? So if Kirk is X, what would Kirk's dad be? No, not 29. Because that means he stays 29. This is changing. It could change, right?
43.
No, we don't know what Kirk is, right?
Kirk's father is.
So how old is Kirk's father? No, we can't use two variables. We stick with the same variable.
Couldn't we put
How about X plus 29? Kirk's age plus 29. Would that give us Kirk's father's age? So now we add them. So we do X plus, and we add Kirk's father's age, which is X plus 29. Do we know how to solve this problem?
Yeah, subtract 29 from both
We subtract 29 to both sides. We also add like terms. What's X plus X, Blaine?
1 or 2.
2X, right? 2X equals, this is 24. So we divide by 2. X is what? Blaine?
Oh,
24 divided by 2.
well, yeah.
12. So how old is Kirk? 12. Okay? Is that all we need to do is find Kirk's age? Or do I need to know both ages? Okay, how old is Kirk's father?
41.
12 plus 29 is
41.
41.
What did I say earlier? 42?
43.
That's close.
Yep. So we have to use the same variable. Okay, but we have two different terms. We have Kirk and we have Kirk's father's age, right? See how Kirk's father's age is 29 years plus Kirk's age, right? Okay, Kirk's age we don't know, but we know if we do know it, then we know his father's age, right? That plus 29. All right.
what's this say?
Here is your assignment.
Does it say K?